Can I just say, yay! There. After, 4 years of doing this show, I still love that.
Love what?
I love our music.
The song?
I love the intro.
It's a great theme song.
I like it a lot.
It really is.
It held up.
It's your best contribution you've ever made to the show.
Best?
Yes.
Well, I mean, that kind of plays down the other 4 years worth, doesn't it?
It's been our theme song for 3.5 years. It's good.
I guess that's valid.
It made my voice do this.
That's weird.
And what's the deal with your other contributions? And why do I not remember any of them?
Yeah, I don't remember yours either.
No. So we're back, and I have actually a little bit of a gift
Yes,
here.
we're back. Yes, we're back. Yes, we're back. Nah, nah, nah.
So I have a gift here. I'm going to show it to you.
Okay.
And I've been actually hiding it here for like 2 months without you seeing it.
What?
But, we haven't done a show. We've been... You know, we got back into the video game basketball a little bit.
Very little, though. We haven't played a ton.
Yeah, but that still took up podcast time.
It did.
Anyway.
Plus Puppy takes up podcast time,
Anyway.
and so does, other things that you're doing, I'm doing.
Well, speaking of bitches...
What?
Look what Liz... No, Liz isn't the bitch. I was actually talking
Wow.
about one of the people in the show. But look what Liz got us.
Oh, it's an autographed picture.
For the studio, for the podcast.
From Jay and Silent Bob.
Of Jay and Silent Bob fame.
The View Askew.
The View Askew.
So it says Snoogans from Jay, and he writes Jay in quotes as if that's a pseudonym. His name is Jay.
Well, but he also plays Jay.
And he writes an arrow to Kevin saying, sexy.
There you go.
But then it says, Myke and Mo, I am never coming on your podcast. Kevin Smith.
So that's the inscription. And I am taken a little aback by this, Kevin Smith.
That's not acceptable.
I think he's the reason why we kind of even started doing podcasts.
He's a very big reason.
Reason.
We're a big fan of all of his podcasts.
And movies.
And the fact that the guy tells people all the time, follow your dream, do your thing, and if you want to do a podcast, do a podcast.
He says do a podcast.
All right, you know what? I'm tweeting him right now.
He says I'm never. And it's a shame, too, because Clerks 3 was so good. I want to sit here and just talk about nothing but Clerks 3 and how good it... Well, I mean, that was like 2 months ago, but still. What'd you tweet him?
I'm not getting into details, but I'm very upset that he said he's never coming on our show. That's going to be my new goal, is to get him on the show.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my goal.
What are the odds of that?
Oh, well, very slim to none, and I'm the version of slim it's just not happening.
Like Jay Slim, like Kevin Smith Slim, or
Kevin's all slim and slender now. He's all vegan.
He is. You know, we at my house.
I say Kevin like we're buddies. Like
yeah,
we go,
yeah.
Me and
Well,
Kevin
if he was
talk.
your buddy, he'd be on your podcast.
You would think he'd offer to. Not say never, and the word "never" is underlined.
It totally is.
Never coming on your podcast. Wow. I mean,
thanks for the gift, Liz.
That's like that's like finally getting up the nerve to ask out your crush in high school, and she looks at you and goes, "Ew."
Yeah.
I got all that nerve. You're my dream girl, and you say, "Ew."
Will you go out with me?
Not that that's ever happened to me, but yeah,
ew,
that would be
ew,
better. Crickets would be better than ew.
What if the crickets actually said ew? If it was just nothing but ew.
That's a new version. So. Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm actually heartbroken. I don't know what to say. Wow.
Do you want to end the show? Do you need to go cry?
I might shed a tear.
Would you like to blow your nose?
You can see how watery my eyes are.
I thought that your contact lenses were just irritating you, but you're not even wearing them today. It's just you're.
I'm hurt, dude. I'm hurt.
All right. Well, you tweeted them.
This is painful.
You tweeted them. I mean, that's the best you can do.
He's liked a tweet of ours in the past, so I don't know if he'll answer it, but at least we tweeted him.
All right. Well, there you go. But yeah, you were mentioning that he was vegan. My wife wants to do a thing now where we're gonna eat vegan during the week.
Why?
So for healthy reasons.
Look, I love your wife. She's great.
For healthy reasons.
But no.
See here, for the meat that we're gonna get, it's all gonna be like good, straight from the farm, not from the grocery store. Grocery store meat is shit. Even the stuff that says organic, blah blah blah, it's garbage.
Okay.
Compared to if you and I go right up the road, go to one of the farms, right? Go up to Mayapple Hill Farm. Shout out Mayapple Hill.
Hey, Mayapple Hill.
Get yourself some lamb.
I love Mayapple Hill lamb.
They make a good,
that goes in my meatloaf.
It's a really good lamb, and it's funny because the color of that meat much different from the meat that you're gonna get in the grocery store. Just saying. So
Okay.
there is something to it. So
Okay.
it's mainly because I've had so many hormones and antibiotics. I've gone through puberty again.
Oh,
Is what's happening
Good
here?
for you.
Yeah,
good for you.
I don't know how that would possibly happen.
I don't know. So I have a theory about diet and things like smoking and whatever, right? So
Smoking meat or smoking cigarettes?
smoking anything that you might smoke.
Like smoke, like
Cigarettes,
inhale.
cigars,
Okay, yeah. Well, I thought you were like, I have a theory about brisket and ribs.
Oh, they're amazing.
I would love, yeah. Your theory is correct.
Brisket. No. So
Smoking
here's my
cigarettes.
theory.
Yeah.
George Burns lived to be 100 years old, right? He smoked
Yes.
cigars till the day he died.
Yes.
So I think once your body gets acclimated, not everyone, I'm not saying everyone should go out and pick up a cigar,
Uh-huh.
but I'm saying if you spend a lifetime doing something, your body is acclimated to that one thing.
Yeah.
So even with the bad foods or whatever it might be, your body's acclimated to it. I think, you adjust to a certain degree. Now, I'm not the picture of perfect health by any means,
I'm going to go with no.
but I'm going to say that if you've been a meat eater your whole life, you go to vegan. I tried that.
Uh-huh.
I tried going straight vegan. My brother's is vegetarian, mildly vegan.
I did negotiate it. We're going pescatarian because I'm not gonna be able to give up my seafood. You know me. I can't give up fish.
no.
It's gonna be good fish. I get good fish. But I already get good fish. I don't get that farm raised salmon that swim in their own feces.
But
Go on. Like the salmon have acclimated to swimming in their own feces.
all fish have. So
Well, it depends. The concentration of feces is a little bit different if you're fresh Atlantic versus swimming in a
is that a
farm.
horn I just heard?
Oh, there's a parking lot right out there.
You never hear a horn on the show.
Never hear a horn.
Honk, bluff Tony. So,
So, what?
why you don't get that reference? It's a movie quote.
Oh, I missed it.
Bluff Tony.
No.
Honk, honk. With a hardu.
All right.
With a hardu.
Finish off your damn theory.
With a hardu. I've given you two good quotes.
I
from this
got
movie.
nothing. I got nothing.
Here's the third one. Ready?
Jesus Christ. Just give me your theory.
Flores por los muertos. Flores por los muertos. What does that mean, Graham? Flores por los muertos.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Oh, come on. You know it means flowers for the dead.
Is this movie from like the 60s?
No.
Because you are.
90s. I am not from the 60s. The movie is a 90s movie.
What is it?
Quick Change with Bill Murray.
Oh, Jesus. I was never going to get that.
It's a great movie.
I don't think I've seen that movie since like the 90s.
Brilliant
probably.
movie.
Okay.
Brilliant.
I haven't seen it nearly
That's
enough
my
to be able
recommendation.
to. Oh, we're going back to recommendations.
I don't know. I just figured I'd throw it in there.
Good recommendation.
Quick Change with Bill Murray.
Good recommendation.
Great movie.
I recommend that if someone idolizes you, you should go on their podcast. That's my recommendation.
That's a wonderful
That's
recommendation.
my recommendation.
I think idolize is a tough word. I think look up to, admire. I'm a fan. How do you say that to a fan? I'm never coming on your podcast.
No, I think idolize is accurate.
I don't know.
As it
I don't-
pertains
I don't
to.
idolize.
Well, it's not like you got like a statue, but you got autographs and.
no, but I
and-
would have a Mubi cow statue. That'd be really cool.
So if you eat enough Mubi burgers,
Yeah, Mubi's a bad example because
Uh-huh.
Mubi is just a bad burger. They
but if you
explain
have,
that.
so if you have enough processed meat, your body acclimates to it. And
I
you're
think
okay.
so. I think so.
I guess. I mean, it's similar. I suppose in the way that like in The Hills Have Eyes, those people that lived in the nuclear testing site for a
Yes.
while, but they also became like mutants and started killing and raping
I mean,
people.
mutant
It's
isn't
not-
always a bad thing. Look at the Marvel Universe. Bam, full circle. I win. Now
Don't
I
lean
sit
back.
back. Now I lean back.
Don't aggressively lean back.
I win.
Don't aggressively lean back
A
here.
little game I like to call I win. You know
Yeah.
how we play? I win.
Yeah, but we're gonna do the pescatarian thing.
Okay.
I'm not giving up on all dairies necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not joining you on this, by the way, if that's where you're going.
But I mean, look, I can substitute like margarines or those types of spreads for butter. I can do that.
Okay.
That's gonna be okay. I already do oat milk instead of cow's milk.
I
Right?
do in my coffee, I do oat milk.
Yeah.
And when we get a shake, like at the gym yesterday, we
Yeah.
played racquetball and got an oat milk shake.
Yep.
But I've tried it with like cereal. It's awful.
It's no good with cereal.
Can't do
no
it.
good with cereal. But yeah, so that's the thing that we're going to be trying to do.
Okay.
And I only brought it up not to turn this into a food show because we know Ron loves that.
Ron doesn't even listen anymore. We have
don't-
new listeners, though.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Oh, okay.
So, well, we'll see. There's one that told me she promised to listen to the show,
Uh huh.
So I don't know if Melissa's going to hear the show or not.
Well, you need to say something that and then test her.
Okay.
Is what you need to do.
All right.
So we'll figure.
Melissa,
figure it
when
out.
you see me next time, say the word porcupine. Porcupine.
Oh my God! And give him that really creepy look he just gave me when he said porcupine.
And Joy is now listening to the show.
Oh, what a joy!
That is a joy.
This show is a joy.
It is a joy. Except for Kevin Smith, the show's a joy.
Man, Kevin, you don't know what you're missing, bro.
Oh, you just broke my heart.
You don't know what you're missing, bro.
I don't think he would purposely. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would purposely hurt someone like that.
Yeah.
I'm floored by it. But Joy, you can also say the word porcupine to me, and then I'll know you listen to the show.
Or you guys could just call the show.
6317 Myke Mo. That's the number to call. To call us in, talk to us about anything you like. Leave us a message about anything at all. We're gonna play it on the show.
Yeah, and we're in our new season, and again we're giving a free sponsorship to the Candlewood Valley Country Club.
Candlewood Valley Country Club, number one place. Go meet your friends, play some golf, have a cocktail or two down at candlewoodvalleygolf.com.
You weren't ready for that.
I wasn't ready.
Did you know that they're sponsoring the show again?
You didn't tell me.
Well, it's because they're not. I just wanted to see if you still had it in you.
Of course I do.
That was a freebie. So
of course
for
I do.
Candlewood Valley, maybe they'll. I wonder who's going to come on the show first: Candlewood Valley Country Club or Kevin Smith.
We have a much better shot at Candlewood Valley Country Club.
There you go. So you were just
The number one place to go meet your friends, have a drink, have a great bite to eat, someplace down like Candlewood Valley Country Club. Or no, candlewoodvalleygolf.com.
I read an article, and
Shut your mouth.
Someone did a thing that I think is one of the most brilliant things you could do.
Do tell.
So this girl broke up with a guy.
That happens.
Okay, the guy ended up making tons of flyers and putting them all over the city.
Oh.
With her phone number on it.
Oh.
The flyer said, "Call and leave a message. We're giving away a prize for whoever can do the best Chewbacca impersonation."
That's brilliant.
This woman got hundreds of submissions
Wow. That's brilliant.
on her voicemail.
I mean, not brilliant. It's a bad idea. Don't do this.
No,
today.
it's
Don't do this
absolutely
anymore.
brilliant.
Don't do
Everyone, I should just give everyone Liz's number right now and say we're doing.
Or they could call 6317 Myke Mo. That's Myke with a Y.
I don't want that though. I don't want you. No, I don't want the
call and give a Chewbacca
I don't-
impression. Only if it's better than mine.
Okay, go. I mean, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I don't think you can beat that, but if you think you can
Solid.
beat that, call in the
And
show.
don't say anything else. Just say it in Wookiee and walk away.
Yeah, and if you win, we'll call you and put you on the show.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. But I think that's absolutely brilliant. It got me to thinking, like, what are other amazing revenge things? Like, there's there's things you can do, like you can buy a package of poop and have it mailed to someone's house.
That's hideous. That's
Right.
that's someone's job.
I think it's great.
I think it's hideous.
I think it's great. Obviously, we know about glitter bombs and stuff like that.
Glitter bombs.
You saw I sent you like a month ago that thing that you can order fake packages.
Mm-hmm.
So like a poster-sized tube and it says "World's Largest Dildo" like right
Yeah.
on the side of it.
Yeah.
Or there's a lot of other ones that you can get, political ones, or you can
Yeah.
get just sexual ones. It is-
right.
Those are great. I'm trying to think if there's any.
But
like,
a poop one, I think, is over the top.
is it though?
I think it is.
What if it? But the poop's dry.
It'd be tough to send wet packaging, but I mean,
It's also bear poop, so it's substantial. It's not like a pug took a
so
poop.
what do you do for a living? I go out in the woods and scoop up bear poop, and then mail it to people.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Is that something I'd brag about my job?
The profit margins have to be pretty good.
I would guess. You're not paying for the poop. You know.
You've seen a bear poop, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So when the film that we were doing back in October, the house we were shooting at, there's Candlewood. There's bear all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So every now and again there would just be giant bear pie in the middle of the
Yeah.
yard. And like we have like people working on this movie who are in from the city and they don't know about things like bear.
They think it's human.
It was terrifying. No, they were just like, what kind of creature could have made this?
Since we're talking animal poop, I took my dog out today, who, by the way, did a great
You
job.
sure you don't want us to talk about food, Ron?
He took us out. Took the dog out to chase the geese, which he did an amazing job today.
Good.
Came back to me and called the whole thing.
Love it.
So we decided to go play for a little bit in one area, which kind of fenced off. And he found a pile of deer poop.
Okay.
Felt like that was
Candy?
a treat left for him.
He thought it was milk duds, didn't
Yeah.
he? It's not. But dogs love to eat poop. Clyde Frog eats poop. My dog, he eats poop.
He avoids his own. He won't even step in his own poop. He avoids his own poop.
Clyde Frog eats his own poop.
I'm glad my dog is smarter than Clyde Frog.
And I never said my dog was smart by any means.
But eating your own poop is a different level. But I'm just saying, I had to basically knock the deer poop out of his mouth. I had to open his mouth and scrape it out. He wouldn't give it up.
You probably missed one.
I'm sure he ingested some deer poop.
Now, for those of you who don't know what deer poop is like,
tiny milk duds.
Yeah, it's basically like imagine like you opened like a birdshot shotgun cartridge.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I guess you wouldn't know what that looks like if you don't know what deer poop looks like. Those things are kind of like mutually they go together. What, you got something important?
I had a message come in on my.
Didn't you complain about me being that guy on this show?
I just gave it back to you.
And now you're that guy.
I just gave it back.
You got
to
your fancy Apple Watch.
I did it on purpose to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you did.
Or as they say in the ocean, I did it on purpose to you.
Oh my God.
So I had to do a speaking engagement about a week ago. I had to speak to Yukon Law.
Okay.
Right? So now you're talking some pretty intelligent people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's UConn. It's not like it's Harvard.
UConn's pretty impressive. So UConn Law students, professors.
I mean, in the same way that finishing last place is still impressive because you're in the major leagues. Sure.
Okay, I'll take that. No, I wouldn't call them last place. They're not Rutgers. I mean, UConn is still pretty impressive.
All right, fine. So it's like it's okay. It's impressive. You're on the Texas Rangers and not the Miami
Fair.
Marlins.
Fair.
Basically.
Still professional. So it's still professional. We're not talking, AAA ball. So, which is still more impressive than you and I can do. So,
yeah.
So I'm speaking to about 150 people in the energy industry, people, professors, students, all kinds of 150 people or so in the room.
Okay.
And then at the end of it, the person leading the conversation said, I think we should finish with your best energy pun.
Just out of the blue?
Really? Because we were having a little fun with some of it. I was having some, good time with some of my stuff. I was actually talking poo as well. But anyway, we finish up and they said, okay, they're going to start with me.
Uh-huh.
And I looked back and I said, you want to start with me? Wow, I'm shocked. Come on. That was good, though. I hit with about 2 or 3 of them, and then somebody else gave one, and then a third guy goes, look, I can't come up with one. I got nothing. This is one of the most verbose human beings you'll ever meet.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't come up with one at all. Had nothing. And I said, wow, I can't believe with your vocabulary, you can't generate one pun. Thank you.
Wow.
I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress, try the veal. Thank you so much.
I'm killing the laughter.
I was so proud of myself.
That's pretty good. Being on the spot, it's like when you're a stand-up comic, which neither of us are, but we understand that world. You're a comedian? Tell me a joke.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just come up with a pun. Like that's actually kind of tough to do.
It's kind of tough.
So the fact that you came up with 2, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, there were 3. There was another one in there. But whatever. We'll leave it at that.
So that one was a little bit more of one of those.
No, the first one I got but then I hit them with 2 or 3 more. And they were really impressed.
What was the bad one?
I don't remember.
What was the bad? Of course you do.
No, I really don't.
Of course you do.
I really don't.
Uh-huh.
We can sit here all day. I don't.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute.
You looking it up?
Wait a minute.
What do you?
We got a tweet.
From Kevin Smith?
From Kevin Smith.
He replied?
My phone's not. Oh my God, my phone's not. It's not responding.
Oh no. Oh, you got the alert though?
I got the alert.
No, it's not loading the app. Well, I guess this is a good time to tell everyone to call us at 6317 Myke Mo. That's 6317 Myke Mo. That's Mike with a Y, and you can tell us also how you'll never be on our podcast.
Well, some people like Liz because.
Well, but no, I was trying to trick them.
Oh.
Because then they would be on the podcast. Do you see what's happening?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What'd Kevin say?
Get it.
I'm really excited to see what he said.
Replying to the bar is low pod. That's us.
That's us at the bar is low pod on Twitter.
Are
you tearing up?
No, read it.
Dude asked me to write that.
All right, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
So, there's a couple that we need to unpack that tweet because. Dude is Liz. So Liz asked Kevin Smith to write, I'm never coming on your podcast.
All right, that's a problem. Hold on, let's unpack the other part of that too. He called Liz a dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call Liz a dude. You can never mistake Liz for dude unless maybe that's what she chooses as her pronoun. I don't know. I don't know. That's possible
my
these
name's
days.
Liz, and my pronouns are dude guy. Like what?
Yeah.
That's not. I don't think that's proper pronoun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So dude. What the hell?
Yeah, what? Liz, why would you do that to us?
What the hell?
Why would you shoot our dreams down like that?
Wow. Saboteur! Saboteur!
Saboteur! You're the saboteur.
Wow. Okay. Did you reply to him yet?
No. I'm floored here. Here's Liz.
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool because while we were recording the show, Kevin Smith was thinking about us. So that's something.
That's something.
That's something.
That's something.
Oh my God, Liz.
Liz, how can you do that to us?
How?
Why would you do that to us?
We might have to cancel the show. Well, we're not going to do that.
That's not going to happen.
No, we're going to have to do more shows.
We're going to have to. We're going to have to make sure we stand and make sure Kevin, it's an open invite. Please come to our show.
You got to reply to him.
All right.
Or maybe you'll send him this clip. Send him this clip.
Okay.
We'll have to clip something out of the show to entice Kevin Smith to be on here. He's an absolute legend. We revere the man. He's made. I mean, he was one of the reasons I got into filmmaking.
I've seen him twice live.
You used to eat more than you do now. One of the reasons why you're skinny now.
Wow.
Getting skinny.
Wow. I'm getting backhanded left and right in this trying to support.
Well, at least I didn't mistake you for the wrong sex and throw you under the bus.
That's a valid point.
Fucking dude, what?
Well, you know what? But Liz, dude. Liz, dude. That's one of the most harmful things you could have done to the two of us.
Wow.
Painful.
Wow.
Why would you do that to us?
We are experiencing malaise live on pod.
Wow. That's a first.
Wow. I'm speechless. For the first time in the history of this podcast, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I can't believe Liz would do that to us. I'm floored that Liz would throw us under the bus.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. All right. So do you want me to reply to him?
Yeah.
Do you want to reply to him?
Go ahead and reply.
We'll reply. We gotta get him on here.
I'm floored.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say or do.
I don't know. All right. Well, you know what we can do? We can just make this the best damn second half of a podcast we've ever done. Is what we could do.
Yeah.
Because I've got other things I want to talk about.
Okay.
Right. You were flying. You had
Flip the switch.
You had a business trip.
Yeah, I went to the St. Louis.
Right.
There's no direct flight from Hartford to St. Louis.
I can't imagine. There is one from Hartford now to Ireland.
New Haven?
Saw.
Whatever. Yeah.
Ireland. Well, New Haven's close enough to Ireland.
But I
There's
was
a lot of Irish down there.
I was up in the Hartford area.
Good parade.
And decided to go Bradley to Lambert, and I had to go to Atlanta first. I had to go to Atlanta. Wow, I'm throwing old school references out left and right that you're not going to get. That's Billy Crystal, Saturday Night Live, when they used to do lifestyles of the relatives of the rich and famous, and it was Billy Crystal was Yul Brynner's cousin as a travel agent. He's on the phone going, "No, you cannot get there direct.
See,
you must go through Atlanta."
See, I like this because every now and then there have been a couple of times where we'll just put on old SNL stuff that there's no way in heck I've ever seen. No way in heck.
Yeah.
Why did I just say?
Don't you dare swear.
Fucking Bible school.
Whoa,
What did I just?
Whoa!
What?
Flip the switch.
I'm just saying. I don't know why I said no way in heck, so I had to get those points back.
Wow.
I don't know why. Gee Willikers, Mo.
That's a hard left turn, buddy.
Gee Willikers, Mo.
That's a hard left turn.
I don't feel like editing the show. I'm not gonna.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm not gonna do my.
You
spiel.
do what you have to do.
I flew back because I went to Vegas like a few weeks ago. Right, we flew back and we took the morning flight out of Vegas. So it was like
what time did you leave Vegas?
Like 5 something in the morning.
So you didn't go to bed?
No, it was just straight through, enjoy the night, and then go to the airport.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
And I had a couple of issues with this one gentleman on the plane. Now, you're a bigger guy.
Was he too fat to fly? We're on a Kevin Smith kick today, so
yes.
Okay.
You're a bigger guy.
Yeah.
You don't need a seatbelt extender.
No.
You can fit in a normal seatbelt.
Yes.
That being said, I would trust you in an exit roll. You look like you could pick me up and throw me out a window.
Which is something I could do.
Which is something you have done. You put me in a garbage can before, but that was a long time ago. in a mental state far, far away.
I miss Rolling Rock Mo.
Rolling Rock Mo. We'll do a show on Rolling Rock, blah, 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 blah.
Words are hard.
So I get in there. There's a guy,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, 6'3", 450.
My height and far bigger than
your
my
height.
weight. Yeah.
And like if old you and old Kevin Smith tied a belt around each other, that's how big this guy was.
Wow.
And he asked for a seatbelt extender, obviously.
Sure.
Obviously. My response would have been, no, sir, because you're seated in an exit row, and I don't think you should be allowed in the exit row. Now, this is me.
It's your safety.
This is my safety.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the guy wouldn't be able to perform the duties. I'm saying I don't think he could have gotten out the door.
Oh.
And it's like, and you can't, if you're trying to, drain the sink, the first thing you don't do is shove a towel down the drain. You know what I mean? So it got me to thinking, should there be like physical requirements? Allow me to also throw the old under the bus. If there's a geriatric sitting there, I don't want like an 85-year-old guy sitting in this seat.
They always ask the person, do you feel like you could perform the duty?
But that's the thing. He said yes. Right?
Okay.
Now, I don't know if it's because he wanted the extra leg room and doesn't care.
Everyone does.
I don't think he's assisting anybody, but I think there should be a policy. Like you must be svelte or svelte-like at least to be in that seat.
See, in my old weight, my largest weight I ever was about 360.
But that was not seatbelt extender.
It might have been. It might have been at my largest. It might have been.
You think?
It was pretty big.
You've always had a small waist,
but I was
though.
you've
always had a small waist. It's like a butternut squash on top of toothpicks.
My largest I was a 54-inch waist.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so you needed a seatbelt extender. But still, you were built like a lion. So this guy, he falls asleep. Loudest snore I've ever heard on an airplane.
Wow.
Which was awful, right?
Yeah.
He wakes up in the middle of whatever the snore fest was, eats a Snickers and passes right back out.
Well, yeah, sugar will do that.
Allow me to say, like I said a couple of minutes ago, fuck. Guy. Like,
yeah.
So I think the airlines need a policy. Like you have to be over, I would say you got to be at least 15, 16 years old. Maybe 18. You got to be able to perform under pressure.
Okay.
You got to be physically fit, right? So 18.
What do you have to do, like a test before you get your ticket?
No, I just think it should be a requirement. They know your birthday when you buy a ticket.
Yeah.
So you should have to be between 18 and, I mean, on the high end, go up to 60. You could be 60 and still participate.
Okay.
Or help. I guess participate's the wrong word.
It is. You are participating and helping.
So
yeah,
there's
sure.
the age range, and then I think your BMI just has to be under a certain level.
So you have to take a BMI before you get on the plane?
I think that the flight attendant should be able to eyeball the situation and say whether or not. Now, I know you go, oh, that's fattest. Can you be fattest? You can be ageist.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
You can be a fattest.
Well, they told Kevin Smith he was too fat to fly, sitting in one seat.
It goes back to Kevin Smith.
It all goes back to Kevin Smith.
It goes back to Kevin Smith. But he wasn't sitting in an exit row.
Forget the Kevin Bacon game. We should do that on a regular basis on
What's
this
that?
podcast. Play the Kevin
Like
Smith game.
7 degrees of Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
How you can relate it back to a Kevin Smith story.
we just did it in 2 degrees.
Bam.
So there you
Bam.
go. It's
Drop the mic.
I don't know. I didn't feel right about it. I feel strongly about.
How strongly did you question the flight attendant?
I questioned, can I have a Bloody Mary? And just sat there. And,
yeah, that's not doing it.
No, that's. I mean, once you're up in the air.
Well, they question before the plane takes off.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you didn't see him prior to that.
And here's another thing, like his facial hair was all spotty. You know when you're so fat that your facial hair is spotty.
I don't know, but okay.
It's a thing. I got that.
Okay.
Now look, I am not the perfect specimen of health and fitness.
Agreed.
That being said, if someone walks by the exit row and they look at me, they're not like, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, you were concerned for your safety and well-being.
This guy's aspirating mid-flight on a Snickers bar, right? He didn't bring his sleep apnea mask with him on the flight.
You're sitting up, you don't need it. Yeah.
No, he was like all rolled over, like in and on himself. Like it was a mess. It was a mess.
When you're that large, your shoulders can become like pillows. So maybe it was comfy.
Yeah.
My question is, for you, in what action you've taken in this, aside from talking about it on the podcast? Have you written to the airline? Have you responded to? They always ask, like, hey, how was your flight? Please tell us.
So here's the thing. I was also seated in an exit row.
Yeah.
So I had an out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I wasn't about to stir
But what if you weren't next time?
the pot. If I wasn't in the exit row?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have paid attention to
What
it
if
at
you
all.
were in the seat behind him and then he reclined onto you?
Oh, he was gassy.
Oh,
It was a thing. Well, he can't recline because he's in an exit row. Those seats don't recline. Luckily.
valid.
So the fact that his sleep apnea was sneaking out while he was in an upright and seated position,
Yeah.
it was a tough time. No, I turned on. What was I watching that flight? I watched like 10 episodes of Beat Bobby Flay or some shit like
Okay.
that. I was just like,
All right.
I got nothing going on here. This is what I'm gonna watch. It's Beat
you
Bobby
probably
Flay
passed out.
is a good. No, I was awake the whole time.
Really?
I got home and I crashed, but I stayed awake the whole time. It was like one of those awake for 26 hours, just
Right.
kind of going for it.
See, on the way out, I decided to watch Wakanda Forever.
Good movie.
Really good movie.
Yeah.
And the guy in front of me was reclined back, and there's enough room.
Yep.
I don't have crazy long legs. We've talked about that. But there's just not a lot of room.
We do.
And so I was lucky enough on the flight home to get a really good deal on first class.
Nice. I love it.
The
when that
upgrade
happens.
for both legs on the way home was $150.
Oh, you can't beat that.
You got to jump at
Can't
that.
beat that. Yeah.
So on the way home, I also had the early flight on Saturday, which made for a very early night for me on Friday. It was a work trip anyway. It's not like I was hanging out with a bunch of people or doing too much. So
Right.
I was in bed by 8 o'clock
Central Time.
Central Time and up at 3:15 Central Time
3:15.
because I had to get my flight was at 4 or my ride was at 4:30. So I wanted to get up.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was awful. But it was the only flight I can get back into Connecticut by noon, which I needed to be.
Got it. Yeah.
Because I was hosting the
comedy day.
comedy show.
Yeah.
So I had to get back. So I get on the plane. It's like a 6:45. I'm sitting on the plane. I'm sitting in first class. Woman next to me, lovely. She was from Connecticut as well, which was nice. We're chatting. They came over and said, "Can I get you something?" And she was like, "The water here is fine. I'll just have the bottle of water they leave.
Bottle of water.
You're flying first class.
You're in
Take
first
advantage."
class. Prosecco at the least.
My answer was, "Oh, Bloody Mary."
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
And she went, "Oh, no, that's too early for me." And I said, "I had 2 cups of coffee to get myself to the airport on time.
Yeah, I've been up for 4 hours.
I need to fall asleep
Yeah.
on this flight." And I got a little nap in on the way to Detroit. On the way home, I had to fly to Detroit.
Love
So-
that airport.
Detroit's massive.
I love that airport.
So I've never
that's-
been to Detroit's airport.
That's where my layover was for Vegas, I believe. Oh, you haven't? Terminal A is huge.
So I come out of Terminal A. The woman who's also going on the same flight as me says on the way out, "Hey, look, I'm going to order myself a Starbucks. I have time to run and grab my Starbucks before the flight."
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah.
I get off the plane. I get as far as the counter where everyone's coming out, right?
Yeah.
She takes a left. I take a left.
Okay.
I follow her down probably 4 gates. So I'm moving along behind her.
Okay.
I'm not on the little moving walkway thing. I'm getting my steps in while I can.
Yep.
Then I realize I left my iPad on the plane.
Oh, no.
So I have to go back, and of course they won't let you back onto the plane.
You can't go back on that plane.
So I have to wait till everyone's off.
Yep.
The guy goes back, gets my iPad.
Uh-huh.
I grab the iPad. I don't know where I'm going. All I know she'd said I was at gate B19.
Oh, yeah.
So I start following the direction she was going. She was going to the Starbucks. She wasn't going to the gate.
To gate 19.
The gate 19 was the other way. So I get all the way down. I came in on like A24 or something.
That's right in the middle.
Yeah. I get all the way down to like A1
Oh, no.
and realize I'm going the wrong way.
Oh, no.
Now I'm pulling. You can't use this in reference anymore. I was going to say
Do I need to mute you?
I was going to say I was doing the old O.J. Simpson on my way back through because the old O.J. Hertz commercials used to run through the airport.
Oh, I thought you murdered your wife and her
No,
friend.
there was no murder. There was no blood involved at all.
Oh, okay.
But
He did it, by the way.
Now I'm running.
He did it, right? He did it?
So now I'm running.
I have his autograph right over there.
All right, I'm happy for you.
But he did it.
I'm happy for you.
He murdered Nicole Brown Simpson.
Okay. This isn't topical anymore by any means.
What, OJ?
Yeah.
That's because he did it. We all know he did
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay. I watched all the stuff. I agree.
Michael Jackson did it too, but I'll still listen to Thriller.
So anyway, I'm now running back through the airport. And now I'm using those moving sidewalks.
But there's also the monorail. You didn't take the tram?
I couldn't get up to the monorail, and I had to go halfway back through.
Why couldn't you get up to the monorail?
I didn't even see where there's a thing up to the monorail.
It's on both sides.
Plus, I've got 10 minutes
till boarding.
till boarding.
Oh, okay.
I'm running.
Yeah, it's a big airport.
I hit the moving walkways, and I'm like, excuse me. People are like walking side by side or standing side by side.
But it explicitly
clearly
says on there,
right,
walk.
Stand.
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, I'm moving past everybody, not knowing where I'm going. Finally, as I stopped at one map to show me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so far away.
Well, at least it's right in the middle, the little underground.
And thank God I didn't have like a rolly bag or anything. It's a backpack. Because it was really a 2-night stay. I had one backpack.
Was the light show going on underneath?
No.
Oh, the light show's great in Detroit.
So, no, underneath. Yeah, there was a light show.
Yeah, that's good.
So I finally get down to that tunnel, and you look down.
The light show.
Again, I don't know where I'm going.
It's a long tunnel, isn't it?
And I'm like, oh my God.
But there's moving walkways, and they move.
And I'm running down the moving walkway.
Uh-huh.
I get as far as the escalator, and I go, okay, I'm done running. I don't have it in me anymore.
Yeah.
I've already got like 1.5 miles on this run.
Terminal B is very small by comparison.
I get off, and I'm like, okay, left on Terminal B. I'm all the way at the end of Terminal B.
Of course you are.
So I'm running again.
Yeah.
I'm jogging, I'm running. I get to my gate, and it's literally, as I walk up, panting like a dog that's been running.
Uh-huh.
I know that's an awful reference. Anyway.
No, it was accurate.
I'm panting away.
I get it.
As I walk up, she goes, now loading first class. I'm perfectly on time.
Okay.
For the loading in first class.
Yeah, but you were all uncomfortable.
I wasn't sweating.
Well, that's good.
This is my happiest moment of the whole thing.
That's it?
And I beat the Starbucks woman to the flight.
We got the whole story was I didn't break a sweat?
I didn't sweat.
Good for you.
Unlike the guy on your Vegas flight.
He was sweating while sleeping. I'm not going to say it because I don't want people to be upset with me.
Don't be fat shaming people.
I can't be fat shaming.
Don't fat shame.
I will snore shame him.
Sure.
I will Snickers at 5:30 a.m. shame him. You don't have a Snickers at 5:30 a.m.
No.
Bro, I don't care what is going on with your blood sugar.
I mean, if your blood sugar is super low, you got to do what you got to do, but I'm guessing his was not.
I don't think anything about him was low except for his center of gravity.
Yeah.
What, you don't like that?
No, I'm saying he might have had a low T count. Anyway.
Low T, yeah. He's got a couple low things.
Anyway, cholesterol's not.
Not his blood pressure.
Yeah.
No.
That had to be pretty high.
Yeah.
But I was just so proud of myself to get on the plane like in the perfect time.
There you go.
And I logged like 1.5 miles of
Okay.
I hit my exercise goal
I was
on my
going to
Apple
say you're
Watch.
watching.
I got on the plane.
You
and
hit your exercise
the little ring
goal.
circled up and popped up as I sat down. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Congratulations.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
But it was
good.
something fun to talk about. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, the second half of the show was way better than the first half.
Yeah.
The first half was very depressing. Between Kevin Smith saying, I'm never coming on your podcast,
Yeah.
and then us finding out that we were backstabbed by the saboteur.
Saboteur!
But the second half of the show,
That was
I
my
really
best
liked.
Andy impression. It
It was good. It was good.
was my best impression.
I did like the second half of the show. Much better than the
I
first.
enjoy every one of our shows because it gives us an opportunity to chat.
Yeah, and to vent.
Yes.
And
do that well.
and to point out things that I probably shouldn't be pointing out in a public forum.
Well, why not?
I don't know. What if this guy comes back and gets me? What if
I'm assuming he has no idea who you are, and which means I think it's fairly safe to say he's not finding the bars low pod. And if he does,
Good
there's
for
no
him.
way
Good
for him to know it was you on that flight. You didn't
All right.
give the date of the flight number. You didn't give any of that.
It was the fat guy that was on Delta flight number 548 from Las Vegas to Detroit.
Wow.
Leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning on what was the date? It was sometime late January.
I don't know.
I'm just look. I saw him and I was just happy we got off the ground. That's all I can say.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a little fat shaming right there.
So my recommendation to you:
lose weight before you fly.
Sure. I was gonna actually recommend getting a Bloody Mary on the flight because that's what I do too. For some reason,
that's where it's the best.
For some reason, tomato juice, Bloody Mary, just tastes better in the sky. Yes. Now I'll go to bar. Like I went to, there was this place down in where is it? Armonk, New York. I went to it won like all of these best brunch in the country.
Is that the one that puts like a hamburger on your Bloody Mary?
No, it was maybe a centimeter thick slab of bacon in there.
Okay.
With pepperoncini, which I love.
Right.
A little cube of there was a little blue cheese action going on. I forget exactly what was happening. And it was like so delicious. And it's just like, man, you put the most gourmet Bloody Mary recipe up against just popping a can of that M&T mix 35,000 feet up. Somehow that M&T mix is good. I always do ask for extra pepper, though. I do get the extra.
You know what's great, though? You make that Bloody Mary with the Bar's Low hot sauce.
I mean, Delta should stock it.
You should have had a bottle in your pocket. Like, no, use this.
I actually, you know what? I did have hot sauce in my backpack. I forgot about it at the time.
Ooh.
I bought hot sauce when I was in Vegas.
No, I meant our hot sauce.
Well, I know what you meant.
You should travel with our hot sauce.
You can't travel with a thing of hot sauce.
You put it in a smaller container. Sure, you can.
Oh, I guess. That's just a lot of work. The
I
thing comes out like one teardrop at a time. How long are you shaking that bottle for?
As long as it takes.
Don't make that motion to me.
Well, it's the same motion you made.
No, mine was shaking a bottle. Yours
me
was...
too.
You...
Yeah, me too.
Use your imagination. Good night, everybody.
No.
Actually,
Myke,
it's appropriate. No, now it's appropriate.
Myke, no, it's never appropriate.
For the first time ever, that sound was appropriate.
Stop using that. I'm
the show.
going to delete that. I swear I'm going to delete that thing.
Yay! Yay!